find the class to get into where it counted, but he gave it a tremendous effort. Makhmudov was just technically too good, maybe a bit too big, but what an effort from Dave Allen. The crowd, as ever, absolutely loved him. He came across to us to listen in and maybe to hear what we were saying at that moment. I tell you what, Gareth, he gave it absolutely everything.
That's why we were out of our seats applauding him, because it was an incredible physical effort from Dave Allen. If the judges see it in his favour, they've seen the wrong fight. But what he gave tonight, everybody here in this arena, 10,000 people, and us as a quartet, know that Dave Allen could not have given any more. We don't know the result yet, but he's a winner in all our hearts.
Yeah, well, I think we actually do know the result. There can only be one winner, and that was a landslide victory for Arslan Makhmudov, for sure. But what we got from Dave Allen is what we always get. He gave his heart and his soul in there. He left it all in the ring, and that's what these paying customers come to see. He just wasn't good enough. Boys, we talked about this before the fight. This is all about levels. Makhmudov has only ever lost to the world's best, the elite fighters, and there Dave Allen come up short because I don't think he had the technical capabilities that Makhmudov had.
As we said, it was a calculated risk, John. Sorry, it was a calculated risk. But we were to find out tonight, it would either be too much for him or him by 5. Dave's come over to ask us the result.
He gave it such a great effort, and
he's one of us, isn't he? He's one of us.
Well, he's a friend to just about everybody in this arena, and as long as he lives in the Doncaster area, people are going to remember this lad, and he's not going to be short of mates.
Is it fair if I say 10,000?
Listen, this guy has still got a massive future in the sport because he puts bums on seats. That is a fact. He's one of those guys that you just gravitate towards. Look, they've all seen Dave Allen on the end of some heavy punishment for 10 rounds there, and look at them. No one's left the arena. Everyone's cheering him. Everyone's clapping him. He's a man of the people. That is a fact, and we'll see him back in the ring again.
And he still wants us to give him the result because he's going to every corner of the ring asking everyone what the score is because he wants the victory so badly.
Well, he might want it, but I'm afraid to say he ain't going to get it. The referee is drawing the two fighters together now, centre ring, and in just a few moments, we're going to get our Master of Ceremonies announcing how it's going to go. Gareth disappearing off with a microphone in his hand, hopefully to speak to the likes of Jamie Moore. What an awfully emotional week and 2 days he's had. Close friend of Ricky Hatton, Jamie. And I know, certainly for me, there were echoes of the support that the great little Manchester man used to get.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to your judges' scorecards. Bob Williams scores the contest 115-111. John Robert Lane scores the contest 116-110. And Pavel Kardini scores the contest 117-109. All three in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, the Lion, Arslan Makhmudov.
For once, I can't argue with any of them cards. I thought they were incredibly fair. One judge giving just 1 round to Dave. I thought he took that last round, and obviously that last round would have been scored then a 10-8 with a point off as well. It was wide. The class was there from Arslan Makhmudov. He was pushed like hell with Dave Allen. The thing is, Dave Allen made him work constantly all the way through that fight. He just didn't have the volume or the wherewithal to open up the gaps for himself on the offense.
Yeah.
Defensively, I tell you what, man, it's going to take a sledgehammer to get rid of Dave Allen, isn't it?
I don't think you do get rid of him, that's the point. I mean, he got hit with the biggest shots you're ever going to see in a boxing ring from Arslanbek Makhmudov, who was throwing big right hands from the opening bell through the middle. But what he showed there, Dave, was a credible character and honesty as well. I love the honesty about the guy, you know. He accepted that he just weren't good enough there. But I like everything about Dave Allen, and I think that, you know, that's why he's had the turnout that he's had here today, for sure.
The thing is, gentlemen, before we hear from Dave and his team in a moment, he wasn't expected to win tonight. Anybody that knows boxing wasn't expecting it because of the pedigree of Arslanbek Makhmudov. If he'd have pulled it off, it would have been a massive upset. I don't think he loses too much ground on where he was originally, like talking maybe British title level, something like that. I think that, I know that he's been beaten by Fraser Clark, of course, and Fraser Clark and Jamie TKV are going to be fighting very, very soon. But I don't think Dave can't go backwards and challenge at some point for a Lonsdale belt.
Listen, he gets the winner of that. He could go literally off the back of that performance.
We haven't got that microphone, Spencer. I don't know if you can tell. You carry on talking, Sunshine. It's your radio show.
I was just listening.
You were just listening to Arslanbek Makhmudov, were you?
Yeah, I think we was picking up the sound there. But what I was saying was that Dave Allen has the capability for sure to win a British title. That has always been his lifelong dream. He's made no secret about that. Like you said, we've got Fraser Clark, Jamie TKV boxing for it on October the 25th. No reason why Dave Allen couldn't box the winner of that off the back of that performance.
It just goes to prove, John, that with a little bit of dedication to the training element of this game, he could have achieved maybe that already, the British title.
Well, yeah, but I mean, would people have loved him in the way
maybe
that
not.
they do had he been so dedicated? You know, I mean, he's a flawed sort of fighter, isn't he? But he's come in here in the latter stage of his career, and he's shown himself by beating Johnny Fisher that he's above that sort of level. And now here he is against a genuinely world-rated fighter, and he gave him one hell of a night.
Gareth, you're ringside at the moment. I know that you've just had a brief chat with Dave. He's addressing the crowd at the moment, but I know that you just had a brief chat with him. What did he say, mate?
He said, I couldn't have done more. Did I do okay? He was actually questioning his performance. And I said, no. I said what we said on the broadcast was that you gave everything. It was very courageous. He said, I gave everything. I did my best in there tonight. And I don't think there's any question about that. And you know how Dave often does question himself. I've got Pat Brown here.
Yep.
Pat, you were in the corner with him tonight. Dave's questioning. He couldn't have given more. He gave everything there, didn't he?
Yeah, he gave everything, and you know, the guy was holding him, he was smothering his work. Dave worked perfectly on the inside, and it was just hard tonight. I thought he should have been deducted another point personally. That's not me just being biased, but every single time he engaged, he wanted to hold Dave, especially in the later rounds when he got tired. That's not me saying Dave wasn't tired, but Dave is a warrior. He should be proud tonight, and I'm certainly proud of him.
He nearly got him out of there in the 9th round, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and I've felt them shots before, and you know, when he's swinging around like that, it really does take it out of you, and obviously it takes it out of himself as well. He had to regain that energy, but what a warrior tonight Dave Allen is.
Maybe we can try and get a very quick word with Dave. Dave, I wonder if we can get a very quick... Dave? Jamie, you happy with Dave tonight? You gave him a lot of instructions in the corner.
I couldn't be prouder of what he's just gone through. Obviously, we didn't go our way. By the time we got to the stage of the fight where we thought we'd be able to push on, he just didn't have the energy in him to do it, but he had some great moments. He just wasn't able to just pull the final trigger in the game out.
The 9th round, he had a lot of success towards the last few seconds of that 9th round, and Makhmudov looked like he was wobbling out on his feet.
The plan was to get him past 6, drag the energy out of him, and then try and push him off the edge of the cliff. And that's where we thought we was going to get him to, but unfortunately he was too far towards the end of the round for it to make a difference, and probably Dave punched himself out trying to finish him.
Yeah, we could see that. But he proved he's got a different level in him tonight, in spite of losing a lot of the rounds.
Yeah, you know what? we've always known Dave's been a good fighter, and he's never dedicated himself to it like he should do. He has done this time, and he's done us all proud. I told him last week, regardless of the result, I'll always be proud of what you've done in this camp, because you've dedicated yourself like I've never seen before.
And look at the reception for him in the arena tonight. There's only one Dave Allen.
They absolutely unbelievable. That was one of the best atmospheres I've ever been in 30 years in boxing. It was absolutely outrageous.
It's early to ask, but what do you want him to do now?
But let him have a rest, so, you know, see whatever he wants to do. I just want him to be happy. That's all I want to do. You know, he's talking about Bridgerweight here now, so we'll see what the future holds, but we don't know.
Bridgerweight, hang on now, he's got to lose 47 pounds or 94 pounds to get to Bridger.
No, he's got to lose about 2 stone. But
2 stone, I'm joking.
But in all honesty, it's not an impossible feat. Listen, that's for the conversation for another day. I'm just so proud of the man he is.
I'm going to try and get a word to them. I'll go back to you guys for now. I'll try and get Dave when he's finished with the zone.
Brilliant. And I think, listen, I think Jamie's absolutely nailed that. The game plan was the right game plan. We've seen Makhmudov crumble at the back end of fights. OK, it's against elite level operators, but he has crumbled. To try and get him to that stage and push him off a cliff, it's just, he ran out of gas himself getting him to that point, didn't he?
Listen, that's what we're talking about. We talked about it before the fight. We talked to me, myself and John talked about it. You go, this is about levels. You know, this is a huge step up for Dave Allen, and our hearts maybe ruled our heads. And, you know, I've said all week, I think that Dave Allen does it because I think he has the staying power and enough to weather the early storms and kick on late. But Makhmudov proved, maybe better than I give him credit for, John, that he could stay the rounds and, you know, and sort of navigate his way through the rounds over the 12-round distance.
Well, he deserves credit for the way he came through that 9th round, didn't he? Because he almost went at one stage there. And now I think we can go back to Gareth, because Dave is with him on the ropes there. It's all yours, Gareth.
I am with Dave Allen. Wow. That's what we feel about your performance tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to do more, just didn't have it in me. And that's all right. Everyone watching this, we might not be the best at things, but as long as we try our best. I did try my best. I wanted to throw more. I was saying throw more. I'm trying. It's hard him. Wow, it hit me bad. Really, really bad a few times. Do you know where I were? I felt like I was in a disco. I was spinning. At one point, I was here and I thought, where the am I? Going around in a circle. It hit me bad. You know what? He's beatable. But he's beatable by the top guys. I'm not the top guys. That's fine. I train my hardest. Everything Jamie and I just. I'm not body beautiful. I was fit as a fiddle. I'm not good enough. I might be a top 50 guy, top 75. I don't know. But I'm not top 20. And that's fine. I've tried my best. I've made everyone proud here, hopefully. And it is what it is.
We've just been saying they'll all leave here tonight and they'll still be singing There's Only One Dave Allen on the way. No, they will be, Dave.
It's all about for me. I said to Jay once to pull me out, I said, mate, leave me in here. I'd rather go out on my back or let me try and turn this around. Last round I had to go, but I was absolutely knackered.
End of the 9th, you nearly had him out of there, though. You must have known that.
Exhausted. The shots I was taking tired me out. Fit as a fiddle, but after 4 or 5 rounds, I thought he's going, I'm going to get him. But then just my tank just went whoop, empty. I was wounded, heartbroken, to be honest. Just the atmosphere, I've never seen nothing like it in my life. I nearly cried. I had to really choke it back on the ramp there, and just I'm absolutely heartbroken. But I'll be back. I want a few more. 34 fights, never been down. Like Rocky Balboa, you never know, might come back and have another comeback again.
That steel chin of I know the result isn't the result you wanted, but as you said, when you walked out tonight, it felt amazing in here. You soaked it up, you walked out, you did it your way, Dave. You've always done it your way, my way, as you say.
Yeah, you know, if you want a trier, that's me. You know, if you want a future world champion, it's Pat Brown. If you want someone handsome and funny, it's me. So it is what it is. I'm not. You know, you got him and Leo with Tangier. They're going to be world champions, but we can't all be world champions. But I entertain. I tried my best. It is what it is. I've tried. I'll have a few more, hopefully.
Apparently you're going to lose 2 stone now and fight a Bridgerweight. Is that right?
That's possibly the plan. We'll see what happens with the British title. Johnny Fisher's 3, still Bridgerweight. I just want to entertain. I'll do 4 rounds if I can walk out to crowds. I'll keep going.
You'll be very Pappy de la Handsome then. It's great to be around you this week. And it's great to have you come and join us on talkSPORT soon.
Great man, by the way. No matter what anyone says, he's always looked after me. Thank you.
Well, congratulations on a great performance tonight. Cheers, Dave. Back to you guys.
Gareth A. Davis with the White Rhino himself. Dave Allen being Dave Allen. Listen, you know I've got to do it. Apologies for the language, but come on, man. What time is it? Near enough 11 o'clock at night, and the man's just had a scrap. He's all over the gaff, isn't he? Sensational. Sensational from Dave Allen when it comes to effort. They used to grade you at school, didn't they? Effort and attainment. You go maybe an attainment, a C+ tonight, but when it comes to effort, A double star, that mate. He absolutely threw the kitchen sink at it.
Absolutely. I think it was an A double star for everything, if I'm totally honest, because he left it all in there, you know, and that's all he could do. It was all about levels, but he stuck to his game plan and he stuck it out. There would have been many fighters that would have come out of there before that. Trust me, 12 rounds is a long time to be in a ring, and when you're on the end of heavy punishment, like he was from round 1 to round 12, that's a tough place to be. I know that mentally, that is really takes some doing. So you've got to give that guy his flowers for just completing those 12 rounds.
We've got a lot of talent in the country, John, but there's a lot of fighters out there with bags of talent that can't pull crowds like that and create atmospheres like that. There's something quite special here in Sheffield with Dave Allen, isn't there?
It's personality. People absolutely buy into Dave Allen, what he represents. The bloke is a trier, and people respect that. He's a lad who's had his problems with gambling and other things in his life. He's fought and continued, and he's achieved. He's got himself a house in a nice place in Conisbrough. He's got himself an ensuite bathroom now, which he's proud of. He's got himself an indoor cinema room as well, which he can entertain his kids in. And you know, I mean, people, it's ordinary achievements, isn't it? You know, he's not going out and buying a Bentley. He's going out and actually doing something which your average working man would love to be able to do, and that's why they love it.
Can I just say, being with Dave Allen and his team then, and feeling the energy coming off them after what is a bad loss for him in some ways, because he was dominated by Makhmudov, the energy they have as people, the modesty they have, the common touch they have, really reminds me of Ricky Hatton. He's like a heavyweight Ricky Hatton.
Well, that's why they get the success that they get, because trust me, when you're in a gym and it is like a family unit in there, you have to, all that trust goes into the trainer, but you have to give them 100% in return as well. And I think success breeds success. They have done a great job up there. Jamie Moore, Nigel Travis are fantastic trainers, brilliant tacticians as well, but more importantly, they're a family unit in there, and I think that is the best place that Dave's ever been in, not just physically but mentally as well.
But the honesty of them, Adam, tonight, where Dave said straight away, I just wasn't good enough.
Listen, that's refreshing. There's a lot of BS in this game. We're around a lot of BS in this game. There's no BS in that corner. Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis are probably the most honest fellas that you're ever going to likely meet in this game, you know, and Dave Allen's one of those as well. I think there's a real moment of self-reflection there. They know what they are, they know what they can and can't do, and they've had a go at it tonight, and they just fell short.
Can I say Jamie known an atmosphere like it. Yeah, well, I've known an atmosphere like it when Ricky Hatton was in the ring in Manchester, and when you heard them singing "There's Only One Dave Allen," and they were absolutely going with him with every single punch, it took me back in time and took me back into the Ricky Hatton era.
Can I just add one other thing, guys? I know we've got to close shortly.
Be short, go on.
The class of Makhmudov afterwards as
very
well
good.
Needs to be spoken about, because he spoke very well. He gave fulsome praise to Dave. He knew it was his crowd, and I thought he was a very classy heavyweight.
Absolutely,
in there tonight.
And he didn't wilt. He didn't wilt tonight, because Dave threw the kitchen sink at him in 9, bit of 10, bit of 12 as well, and he stayed in there. Fair play to him. I thought he was very, very good for the 12 rounds that we got. We also got a cracker a little earlier on with Junaid Boston and Bilal Fawaz as well. Fantastic. And we've had a really good night. I think the people of Sheffield will be dancing into the streets wherever they go partying tonight, and they will remember this one for an awful long time. The Dave Allen story is most certainly not over. What comes next? Well, he'll definitely sell out an arena again, there's no doubt about that. Thank you very much for tuning in. All the fallout to this will be in our podcast, which is going to be available on the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel. You can get all that as well throughout the course of the week, throughout the course of listening to talkSPORT and subscribing to the podcast and the YouTube channel as well. So thank you very much for joining us on Fight Night Live. We'll catch you next time.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.